The number on the top right of the unit cards shows how many of those units are available to recruit. The rate that units become available for hire depends on the buildings in your settlement. Troops are trained in different buildings at various rates and made available to recruit in your settlement. You can also recruit agents to serve your kingdom here. You can only recruit a limited number. You have an outstanding mission and time is running out. To check the details of your mission, click the button with an envelope at the bottom of the screen. Click Show Me How to see how to access it. You have an outstanding mission and time is running out. To check the details of your mission, click the button with an envelope at the bottom of the screen. Click Show Me How to see how to access the mission scroll. When you end your turn, your view moves to follow your rival's characters. You can choose to not follow these characters on the game options scroll. This will reduce the time between your turns. If you move a general into a settlement, he becomes the governor. Generals with high piety, chivalry, or dread make better governors. In the absence of a general, your settlement will be automatically managed. Move swiftly to repel enemy armies from your territory. If left standing in a region, they will automatically inflict damage to the surrounding roads, farms, mines, ports, and natural resources. This will in turn affect your settlement's trade income and population growth. You can obtain better quality weapons and armor for your men by constructing a blacksmith's, armorer's, or foundry in this settlement. Once complete, these buildings provide superior equipment for all new units trained here. If there is no permanent governor in a settlement, it's a good idea to queue the buildings that you want to construct when you have the opportunity. When a general moves into your settlement, you can select the buildings you want to build, and your construction orders will continue to be carried out even after the general has moved on.
Forming up together, Sultan. Na'am. Merging our armies.
As my Sultan wills.
How may I serve, Salam? Joining the ranks. Na'am. We march. Merging our armies. Sultan. Joining the ranks. Na'am. Merging our armies. Orders. Joining the ranks. Na'am. Forming up together, Sultan. Joining the ranks. Na'am.
You will need to start capturing more settlements soon to ensure you have enough income to support your army. Any nearby rebel settlements are a good place to start.
Set watch patrol.
When you capture a settlement, you have the option to occupy, sack, or exterminate. Occupying a settlement brings it under your rule peacefully, but the people might rebel against you. This agent has been idle for some time. If you're unsure of what to do, double-click on your agent and press the question mark in the top right-hand corner of the scroll. Press the spacebar to toggle the movement speed of characters and armies on the campaign map. Use backspace to stop a character
Our enemies
moving.
will suffer. By your will. Shubadak. Marching no further. Yes. Forming a force, infidels to kill Sultan. Combining our forces,
We move, Sultan. Joining the ranks. Orders. Merging our armies. Na'am. Joining the ranks. Forming up together, Sultan. Na'am. We march. Merging our armies. How may I serve, Sultan? Joining the ranks. Orders. Forming up together, Sultan. Na'am. Joining the ranks. Forming up together, Sultan. Na'am. Merging our armies. Forming up together, Sultan. Orders.
You will need to construct buildings to produce troops and improve your cities. To construct buildings, double-click on a settlement and add buildings to your construction queue.
yes.
When moving around the map, it is important to be aware of enemy armies. Left-click an enemy army to view its zone of movement. Double-click the army to find out more details. When an enemy army is blocking your path, the terrain will be highlighted in red at the choke point. You must fight the enemy army to pass. Click on the items on the left to make an offer or demand. Your current agreements with this faction are displayed on the right. Consider a jihad has been called, and you have been asked to join. To do so, you must create a jihad army within the time limit. To create a jihad army, gather at least 8 units into an army led by a general, and click the Join the Jihad button on the general scroll. When attacking a settlement, you must either have siege artillery in your army or construct siege equipment on the battlefield. Equipment that is unsuitable for use on a settlement's defences is greyed out. The time taken to build is displayed beneath each item. Click the Show Me How button to learn how to build siege equipment. Right-click on a unit's portrait to view detailed information about that unit. This information is helpful when constructing your army.
Shubadak. Yalla. Marching no further.
Clicking your faction symbol on the panel at the bottom of the screen will bring up the overview scroll. From there, you can view information on your faction, status, diplomatic standing, as well as details on the Pope.
I will make them kneel before you, Sultan.
You will need to recruit units to defend your position and expand your army. To recruit units, double-click on a settlement and select the Recruitment tab. This scroll allows you to compare your faction with other competing factions on the map. Use the arrows and faction buttons under the graph to compare each faction's success in different areas. This scroll enables you to view the state of diplomatic relations between each faction at a glance. Use this scroll to aid you in making and breaking alliances during your campaign. This scroll shows you the known... You can view detailed information about your characters and generals by double-clicking on them on the campaign map.
Warriors, await my command!
Your missile units can also attack in hand-to-hand combat if needed. Select your missile units, hold down the Alt key, and right-click on the unit you wish to engage in melee. You have pressed the Special Unit Abilities button for the first time. This activates any special formations or abilities of the selected unit. As you select different units, you will see the button change. If the selected unit does not have a special ability, the button will become a red circle with a line through it. Chasing after cavalry archers and javelin men is generally fruitless, and therefore only worth doing if you can drive them off the map or trap them against terrain. The best way to deal with them is to shoot back at them with your own missile troops. Keep your other infantry stationary so they can hide behind their shields. Your mounted skirmish troops can move into a circle and shoot formation to better protect themselves while shooting at the enemy. While firing, the cavalry circle in front of the enemy to minimize their exposure to attack. Left-click the Circle and Shoot button on the right panel to activate this formation. Left-click the Show Me How button for help.
Our soldiers must be fighting like old women. See how our foe hovers around victory like a bee around a blossom.
In causing an enemy rout, timing is everything. When you find weak spots in the enemy, weaken them until they are wavering, and then hit them hard to cause them to rout. The more units you can harm simultaneously, the more chance the whole army will panic and run. There is often an advantage in ordering your infantry to countercharge an enemy infantry charge. The trick is to leave it until the last moment so your own lines are not broken.
We have bled the enemy badly. They have only half their men left.
Enemy cavalry are readying an attack on the flanks of these already engaged spearmen. Either pull them back or commit other troops in support. Left-click the Show Me How button to zoom to your unit.
The enemy warlord flees before our warriors. Attack and drive his men to the ground!
You do not only win a battle by killing every last enemy soldier on the field, you also win by causing them to break and flee. When a unit routs, the panic spreads, and nearby units may join them. This can turn into a mass rout. When cavalry charge, they cause extra casualties due to the momentum of their attack. A cycle of charge, withdraw, charge causes maximum casualties for minimum losses. Repeat until done. The best way to clear away enemy missile infantry is a direct cavalry charge. However, be wary of them retreating to terrain that is difficult for your cavalry to manage, or where there are friendly units that could threaten you.
We are crushing our enemy. Those
Heavily armored infantry can waste enemy arrows by shrugging off their arrows. This is very useful when attacking a foe with superior missile troops.
We are crushing our enemy.
Spearmen are about to attack your cavalry, who are already in a fight. Get your horsemen out of there. Spearmen are the most effective force against cavalry. Left-click the Show Me How button to zoom to your unit.
We are under attack. By the stars! Our men have taken... Our soldiers must be fighting like old women. See how... Ha! Our enemy is no more! We have won a clear victory! We showed the enemy no mercy, Sultan.
A jihad is in progress, and you are running out of time to join. To create a jihad army, assemble an army with a general and at least 8 units. Then click the Join the Jihad button on the general scroll. You can retrain units that have suffered losses to return them to full strength. The number on the unit card shows how many men remain in the unit. If there are not enough soldiers available in the settlement to retrain your unit, the card will be grayed out. This scroll shows the outcome of the battle and some basic statistics. You can view more detailed results of the battle by clicking the Show Battle Statistics button on the bottom right of the scroll.
These people bow to you now, mighty Sultan.
Right-click on a building's portrait to view detailed information about that building. This information is helpful when choosing what to construct. You are about to convert your settlement from a city to a castle, or vice versa. Making this change will affect the buildings you can construct and the units you can recruit. You will also lose any existing buildings that are not available in the new type of settlement. Use the building browser to check which of your buildings will and won't survive a conversion.
Even if they do not deserve it, I will offer the infidels a fair fight.
It is important to balance the happiness of your population with the tax rate. Happy citizens are less likely to revolt, and your settlement will grow faster. However, you need money from tax to support your troops and expand your empire.
Shubadak.
How may I serve, Sultan? We march. Continuing tomorrow, we move, Sultan. Joining the ranks, we march. The sun sets on Kashmir. Forming up together, Sultan. Na'am. Merging our armies. How may I serve, Sultan? Forming up together, Sultan. Merging our armies. How may I serve,
Public order
Sultan?
is becoming low here, and without action there may be a riot. Check the settlement detail scroll for underlying causes. In the short term, increasing the garrison's size should improve law and order.
Despite your honorless antics, we would speak with you this day. No? Oh well, another day perhaps. Our discussions come to a close.
How may
You
I
can view
serve?
details about foreign characters and settlements, as well as the composition of foreign armies, by double-clicking on them on the campaign map.
Enemies shall fall swiftly. The infidels' walls
This
will not
scroll
save
shows you the
them,
known
Sultan.
details of another faction's settlement, including the governor, buildings, and garrison. Some details might be missing in the case of neutral or enemy settlements, but a skillful spy can be used to uncover any missing information.
Our enemies will suffer. Shubadak. This great army will be yes. Combining our forces for strength, Sultan.
Na'am. Kala. Joining the ranks. How may I serve, Sultan?
To review your current missions, click the button with an envelope at the bottom of the screen. Left-click Show Me How to see how to access the Missions scroll.
Na'am. Joining the ranks. How may I serve, Sultan? Forming up together, Sultan. Sultan. Joining the ranks. Orders.
Your generals can hire mercenaries to fight in their armies, but be aware of their hire costs. To hire mercenaries, click on the recruitment button. The button will be disabled if there are no mercenaries for hire.
Sultan. Joining the ranks. How may I serve, Sultan? Merging our armies. Sultan. Forming up together, Sultan. Orders. Merging our armies. Sultan. Joining the ranks. Separating the men, mighty.
Your first mission has arrived. You will receive missions and requests from various people from time to time. Completing missions involves certain benefits, but ignoring them can result in negative consequences.
Orders. Merging our armies.
Before you launch an attack on this neutral faction, be sure to consider the possible implications. Have you considered who your new enemy is allied with, or where the loyalty of your own allies will lie? Left-click the Show Settlement Details button at the bottom of the settlement scroll to view a breakdown of population growth, public order, income, and religion in your settlement. This settlement is a city. Your cities are your major source of income from taxation and trade. You will need to ensure that your people stay happy for your city to function at its best. There is currently no governor in this settlement. You will need to move in a general to recruit troops, construct buildings, and manage this settlement. In the absence of a general, your settlement is being auto-managed. This scroll details your performance throughout the turn, including military actions, finances, and your empire's progress. You can review this and more information at any time on the Overview panel. Click Show Me How to see how to access the Overview panel. Making trade agreements with other factions is a good place to start. Trade agreements. Retraining units will also improve their weapons and armor if you have a blacksmith, armorer, or foundry in the settlement. Build farms to ensure...
The Holy Bible may preach.
From time to time, you will receive special missions from the Pope, your Council of Nobles, guilds, and other factions. You can review the details of your current missions here, including goals, time left, and associated rewards and penalties.
Despite your honorless antics, we know peace and farewell.
If you need to refer to them later, details of your current missions are kept on the missions scroll. Left-click the Show Me How button to see how to access the missions scroll.
An honor to serve. Yes, Sultan. We close for battle.
We move, Sultan. Forming up together, Sultan. How may I serve, Sultan? Joining the Galah. Forming up together, Sultan. Orders. Merging our armies. As will. Forming up together, Sultan. Na'am. Galah. Forming up together, Sultan. We march. Joining the ranks. Galah. Forming up together, Sultan. How may I serve, Sultan? We move, Sultan. Joining us will. Merging our armies. Orders. Joining the ranks. As will. Forming up together, Sultan.
Your army cannot move any further this turn. It will be able to move again next turn.
Sultan, we move, Sultan. Merging our armies. How may I serve, Sultan? Forming up together, Sultan.
I come bearing a proposition that we won't offer again. No man.
Yeah, we showed the enemy no mercy, Sultan. We have cut down the infidels' defenders. They resist us no more.
Orders. As will. Merging.
We will engage them honorably. We shall take our rest here, Sultan. Our enemies will suffer. Set watch patrols. We rest here. Shubadak. Infidels to kill, Sultan. Forming a force, the infidels will...
Galah. Forming up together, Sultan. Na'am. Merging our armies. How may I serve, Sultan? Joining the ranks. We move, Sultan. Joining the ranks. Orders. As you will. Merging our armies. We move, Sultan. The sun sets on today's journey. We march. Joining the ranks. Na'am. Orders. Salah. Forming up together, Sultan. Sultan. We march. Merging our armies. How may I serve, Sultan? Order, as you will. Forming up together, Sultan.
Send your army into a forest, and they'll wait in the same way.
Na'am. We move, Sultan.
Move with that.
Orders. Forming up together, Sultan.
By your will. Yes, Sultan. Your enemies shall fall swiftly. Infidels to kill, Sultan! There shall be no mercy for these infidels. An honor to serve. Yes, Sultan. We close for battle. Tomorrow's journey awaits.
Must resolve our differences, or this is war. A shame, but very well. Ma'azalama.
Our enemies will suffer.
Maintaining a siege on a settlement will eventually starve out the enemy. However, in this time, the enemy might summon reinforcements. Click the Maintain Siege button to continue your siege, or the Assault button when you have siege equipment and are ready to attack. To withdraw from the siege, click the Lift the Siege button. This settlement is a castle. Your castles will be your unit production centres. Castles produce little income, but the population is easier to keep content than in cities. Castles and cities differ in the buildings you can construct and the units you can recruit. Your crusading army has captured a settlement that is not the crusade target. You can safely garrison your new settlement with troops from your crusading army without the risk of them deserting.
An honor to serve. This I cannot do, Sultan. We cannot travel there. This I cannot do, Sultan. We cannot
Forts
travel.
enable the defense of strategic positions without a settlement. An army led by a general can build a fort in any region. To build a fort, left-click the construction button when outside a settlement. The button will be grayed out if the terrain is not suitable.
Yes, noble master. Naam. Noble one. As my Sultan wills.
You're at war. Look to your frontier provinces to ensure they are garrisoned and recruit extra units where...
Not one of us shall fail to keep all in battle!
Remember that the goal here is to capture the settlement, not destroy it. Buildings destroyed on the battlefield will also be destroyed on the campaign map. To capture the settlement, you must kill or rout the entire enemy army or hold the central plaza. possible to set arrows alight to rain fire and death down upon the enemy. Flaming arrows have reduced accuracy, but are more devastating when they land and have a greater effect on morale. Left-click the Show Me How button to see how to do this. When under fire from enemy artillery, you will suffer fewer casualties if you put your men into loose formation. Left-click on Show Me How to see how to change formation. You have pressed the Withdraw button for the first time. This orders the selected units to leave the battlefield in an orderly manner. Use it if you think you are losing and want to save your men to fight another day. To cancel the withdraw order, simply give the units a move action.
Our warriors fought well today. It was